All right, folks, welcome back. Big Rob, we are back better than ever. Not only because we are back, but it is your birthday. It's your 40th. Happy birthday, big guy. How are you?
Thank you. Good. I'm doing good. Don't feel 40, so that's a good sign, right?
You don't look 40.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
How did you spend this weekend on your big day?
We went up to me and Katie went up to Grand Geneva for Friday and Saturday. It was awesome. It was great. I was kind of missing bringing my golf clubs, to be honest with you, because there was nobody out on the course, and it was perfect golfing weather. It was like 60 and sunny, and they were only charging. I know you texted me and I looked it up, and they're only asking for like $45 compared to their usual 300 for the brute. So it was a little bit mad at myself. But the other thing was we took a walk. We walked some of the holes yesterday and went to the clubhouse, and they had like everything on sale, like get rid of it, 30% off FootJoy stuff. So it was pretty nice.
That's a big missed opportunity there, Big Rob. $45.
I know. And it looks so. It was so green, and the colors of the trees. It was like, honestly, the picture I took was like a painting off the 18th green, looking down the fairway. It was crazy. They had a few weddings, but nobody was really golfing. It was kind of like, damn it, Katie's like, do you want to go rent clubs? And I can't rent clubs. I don't.
No.
I've probably told a million times, I got to play with my own clubs, or I don't want to play at all. So
1,000%. The only time I'd ever rent clubs is like if I'm in Hawaii or something.
Sure. Yeah. Or like if you went to Ireland or something like that. If you were planning a golf trip, I get it. You're over there, rent some clubs. But, besides that, I'm not playing with somebody else's clubs. I can't stand that.
By the way, we're missing the third of our third horseman. Vince is currently roughing it in the backwoods with his two sons, I believe, right?
With Jax. Jax is it's a camping trip, I think, for I forget what they call them out here. It's not the Boy Scouts. It's like it's something else. It's different out here in the suburbs. So they're camping right now. He did send me a video. We might tack it on at the end of this. We'll see. I gotta let you watch it. I was laughing at it pretty hard.
The picture he sent. He sent Rob and I a picture in the group text, and there was like, basically what they just pulled off the grill. It was like sausage, shrimp, something else, and he said roughing it. So
roughing it. Yeah, I
got a big kick out of that. But that's why we are Vinceless. He'll be back, I believe. He's got another.
Graham's got. I believe Graham's got his St. Louis soccer tournament next weekend. So I think we got one more week without him, and then he'll be back.
Yeah, so Vince will be back, but we're going to jump right in, Rob. We had a couple tournaments. So during last week's pod, the Shriners was going on. Tom Kim ended up winning that. And then
back to back.
Yeah. And then the Zozo ended this morning.
The Zozo kind of stinks because like you woke up already, you know who wins. And it's just like, I'm not going to watch it when they replay it. It looked like you won by quite a few strokes, right?
Yeah, which, to be honest, I didn't see 1 second of it. I saw Bo Hostler was leading at one point, which I was pretty.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
I was pretty happy to see that. But then, it is nice to see that Zozo's back in Japan. But like, other than that, I didn't see any of it. And then to your point, like I didn't even know it finished this morning until I was on Twitter, and then I saw the clip of Morikawa's putt on 18, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm not watching any golf today.
Right.
So I mean, we've had those two tournaments, which I was pretty excited, to actually watch some golf today, but I guess not. Maybe there's something else on, but obviously it's going to be a heavy football Sunday. What plans do you have today for your big 40th birthday?
I was got our soccer game that is at noon. So I think the Bears are at noon. So hopefully when the soccer game gets done, get back to the house, hang out in the garage, have a couple cold ones, a nice cigar, and watch some football the rest of the day. We'll see. Looks like it's sunny out right now. I just don't know how cold it is. But as far as the schedule goes, it looks like they're off next week. They don't come back until the following week for the Worldwide Technology Championship.
Gotcha.
So,
yeah. Speaking of, Rob, I played some golf yesterday.
Oh, yeah, that's right. How did it go?
It was good. Super fun format. My cousin Jeff texted me a couple weeks ago. It's called the Raining Threes, and it was supposed to be last weekend, but we had the Ryder Cup, so I'm like, nah, I'm out. And then I guess it got postponed because of the rain, and they just postponed it to this weekend. And he's like, "Hey, they postponed it. Can you play in this?" And I'm like, "Actually, I don't think I have much going on. Let me check what's going on." So I was like, "I'm in." So yeah, it's called the Raining Threes. It was out at Green Gardens. Format was super cool. I mean, the longest club I hit all day was like a 7-iron. Other than that, they had, and it was a mixture. So they did, skill shot holes where like you would be short sided in the rough, and they'd put tee markers there, and you gotta flop one up or whatever. But everything was considered a par 3. So you would roll up to like one hole, and they'd have tee markers on the greens, and it would be like a 65-yard putt or a 65-foot putt. So it was cool. I mean,
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was a super unique format. It was it turned into the guys we played with, 2 really good dudes. One guy I met at the golf show last year, Trace, and then his buddy Andy, super good players too. So like the first 28 holes it was awesome. And then all of a sudden the wind just kicked up to like 30 miles an hour. It felt like it was like 42 degrees, but it was really like 58.
Sure.
So after playing in that for like 6 holes, my cousin Jeff and I looked at each other. We're like, let's get the fuck out of here. And we still had, like, I thought we had like 4 or 5 holes left. We still had like 12 holes left. And it was like 4:50.
Sure.
So we would have been out there till like, at least till past sunset. So I'm like, all right, let's pull the plug on this.
How'd the back hold up?
So back's fine. I did tell my wife this morning, I go, I literally didn't hit more than a 7-iron, and I could already feel how sore like body is. Didn't hit drive, didn't hit anything besides
right.
Short irons and a lot of pitching wedges, a lot of wedges, and then obviously the putter. So, but it was cool. You don't see that. Like, I'd much rather play in something like that, like a format like that, than like a scramble any day, just because it's different, and it's not your standard scramble. There was a lot of cool little shots, like I said, skill shots. And then I think a lot of the par 3 putts were cool too. I mean, there was bombs. You were hitting literally 70-foot putts, like into the wind. You would think like you were, putting it 100 yards. It was crazy. So
yeah,
it was a good time. I think they had like 40 something teams out there. We definitely didn't place. Potentially won a couple skill shots. Other than that, and we probably won't even ever hear about it. But yeah, I don't know. It was a good time. But it was, I think, it was the first time I picked up a club since Silver Lakes. So it's been a hot minute. But yeah, I think we're full-time sim golf now. I don't think that's probably the last time, I'll be able to get out, unless we have like a crazy week, in the next couple of weeks where it's like 75 on the weekends, but that's very likely. Other than that, did you see the Hero field? And did you see that there's still one spot open?
I saw that about Tiger might announce himself playing it type deal thing.
Yeah. I mean, you would have to imagine that's for him.
Well, you don't have, so like Rahm and Rory aren't playing in it, right?
I don't think Rory usually plays in it.
Yeah, I guess they're just saying there's they have 8 of the top 10 that are playing in it. And then, they had that one spot left open, and, it might be Tiger's spot. I don't know.
What do you think? It's too soon?
I don't know. I mean, was he taking more than just pitching wedge shots last week in his Call of Duty hoodie?
No.
I can't remember, to be honest with you, from the video.
I don't think so. I mean, they're at the Hayes, so I'm sure,
What if it's for Charlie?
Right. What's that?
What if it's for Charlie?
That would be insane. I would watch that. I'm sure a lot of people would watch that, but no, I'm sure probably at home somewhere where there's not cameras, the guy's letting the big dog eat somewhere.
Sure.
Yeah, I just don't know how fully capable he is of playing in a tournament just yet, but it's pretty cool to see. I mean, a lot of speculation. So
I guess it wouldn't surprise me if he played, to be honest with you. I mean,
No,
we gave it a try because it's warmer weather, right? It's it's all that stuff that will lead up to him playing. So I wouldn't be surprised.
no.
What do you think about the Netflix little series they're gonna have on November 14th?
Are you talking about the the Formula One?
Yeah, yeah. Ricky, the Colin, that 4-on-4, Oma and Justin.
I mean, I don't know, man. I'm not F1. I've never watched an F1 race in my life. Will I give it a shot and be open to it? Sure. Are they going to add in like, are they going to pull like the governor off of the carts and like let these guys rip around and do like donuts and shit? Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the goal is here. I don't know if they're trying to pull in like a different audience. Or
I feel it's during the race, and I guess that race is going to be huge out there in Vegas that weekend. So I'm assuming they're just trying to pull in more, views for that and bring in more, Formula One for golf. I'm not sure, but I'm more curious of how Netflix is going to have it set up. Like the production of it and what they're going to be able to do compared to what like they do for the matches on what is it TNT and stuff like that. So that's where I'm more curious about.
Because it's live on Netflix, isn't it?
Yeah,
Which that's never happened before, right?
No, I'll be the first live sporting event, I believe. Yep.
Yeah, which that's another crazy thing to think about. Like, is Netflix getting into the live game?
Well, I mean, HBO Max or just Max, they have live sporting events now too with Bleacher Report and soccer, women's soccer. So
this is true.
It'll be interesting to see what happens with, regular syndication of TV and whatnot. But I'm more excited about this than maybe potentially the match. I know they're playing NASCAR drivers, Formula One drivers, but still, like, I don't know, there's some type of, I'd rather see actual golfers, do this. So I don't know, but yeah, I'll be watching it.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. Like I said, I think it's the same thing for like TGL that's coming here shortly.
Sure. Yeah.
Obviously, that's all golfers too, but I don't know. I mean, I get it. I think our guy Jared, who puts out the Perfect Putt newsletter every Monday, which I think is fascinating. It's like the business behind all of these golf businesses. He put out a tweet that very much changed the way I thought about the TGL. Like I kind of just wrote it off, but then, he put out a thread of, all of the investors into it. And even with that though, I still question like us golfers, the real golfers who, play all the time, not just like video game. I get the audience they're going after or probably a younger demographic that's into video games and stuff like that. But like,
yeah,
I don't know. And then somebody mentioned Holy Moly. I never even heard of that. I had to Google it, and then I saw it on the YouTubes, and it's just like a bunch of guys, a bunch of celebrities doing like a putt. And I guess that crushed.
I've never seen it. I don't even know what you're talking about. So you just said it.
So same thing. So I was like, what is Holy Moly? Like Steph Curry was on. They have all these celebrities, and they basically do like mini putt, and it's on like ABC or NBC, and there's like it's like a crazy version.
Oh, I didn't think I know it. Yeah.
And they crush it with like 2 million views. So like totally understandable. The viewership's there, and I'm sure it will be. But my thing is like, is it more for like a different audience? I just don't see like you and I, watching, every single episode of TGL and being into it. I think it's more of like a family thing to like, attract the kids. And, I think it's going to be more like, the old school Gladiator where it was like something you watch on Saturday morning. And I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. I could go either way. I would obviously watch the first one just to see what it's like. And who knows, it might surprise us, might be awesome. The atmosphere might be, I'd hate to say it, but electric. So, I know it's just simulation, but I don't know. They might have something cool that we don't know about with like augmented reality and stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm excited to watch it. I might not like it at first though. So I just might definitely give it a try. So,
right. I think hitting it in the simulator will be, a little boring after a bit, but I think once they start, however they're going to implement like chip shots and bunker shots,
Exactly.
putting
Mhm.
like that might be cool. Again, um, I run a little skeptical of
Sure.
this new age media, Rob. But nevertheless, at least golf's putting out something to attract um, you know,
Yeah. Younger audience.
right, right, right.
Brought in the views. I get it.
Right. Speaking of announcements, though, we have an announcement that we made this past week, and that was the MKE / the Milwaukee Golf Tour is getting launched in 2024. How pumped?
Yeah.
That?
I mean, some of the courses that they're looking at, I've have been able to play them. Obviously, being in Wisconsin, and I'm pretty excited for them. It's looks pretty sweet.
Yeah, I'm pretty jealous, to be honest.
Yeah.
Wisconsin. Yeah, I would say Wisconsin is probably the best public golf state in the nation. I mean, it's got.
I think them and Michigan are tied. I mean, you can't really.
I mean, besides, well, that would be a good debate. I mean, obviously, Michigan's got Arcadia and Treetops and Traverse City
Dunes and all that.
Yeah, I don't know. That would be a good comparison. You're right. I mean, Chicago, to be honest, Illinois is not too far behind. We just don't have
no, but I mean, it's more
right.
The landscapes are completely different. Michigan and Wisconsin. I'd rather be playing up there than here.
Right. Going back to the Milwaukee Golf Tour, yeah, we're pumped, man. So far we got the Sun Valley Golf Tour, the Milwaukee Golf Tour, and Rob, there could be another possible tour in the works here. Actually, there is. We just haven't announced it yet. So there is another tour coming. The boys are busy, Rob. The boys are busy.
Yeah, this offseason I was not. It's not slowing down. That's for sure.
Not at all. A lot of work to be had. Speaking of, the survey video from the CGT 2023 season is still in the works. A lot of editing going on in that video. So that will be coming out shortly. We were going to do it, like I said, on the pod here. There's just too many feedback responses that it would just take up a lot. It would pretty much be a whole episode, which I'm not opposed to. But like I said, I just think it's going to be a lot easier, beneficial for our guys to just put out a full length video into the Slack channel / email. But we're going to jump right into the buy or sell segment. Rob, are you ready for that?
I'm buying.
What are you buying?
I'm buying this weather, man. Give me the big man weather.
Ooh.
Give me today. Give me the mid 50s, sunny. This is what I want. I'm buying it. Get to wear my flannels. I can't wait.
You're buying fall weather hard.
Yes, big man weather hard.
So, would you sell summer then?
Oh, if I could skip summer, I'd skip summer.
Really?
Like, give me like the 60s. Yeah, maybe the middle of summer I'd sell, where it's just god awful hot.
I hear you, but what about like all the barbecues, the pool parties, July 4th? Like,
I don't like pools, man. I don't like water. Like, bodies of water, get them out of here. Like, I'll sell that.
So you're selling bodies of water. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, the beach, the pools. That's not fun to me, man. Like, get out of here. The only stand in water I want to be by is on a golf course. That's it.
All right, fair enough.
What are you doing this week? You buying or selling?
I'm buying. Oh,
nice.
I'm buying a golf format, any other format besides a regular scramble. There's a lot of courses that do different shit, like the Big Cup. There's plenty of opportunity to get creative, especially at the end of the year when you're about to shut it down. Nobody really gives a shit about the condition of the course, but just a regular scramble stinks. It's not fun. It is what it is. There's so many other things you could do, but yeah, I mean, have you ever played in a Big Cup, Rob?
Oh, I have. Yeah. Papa used to have them all the time. It was great.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, I really enjoyed the event that I can't think of the name, but we played Glenwoody in reverse, super cool. Little things like that. So I don't know I don't know how to express it, but yeah, I'm buying any other format besides scramble. It's just more exciting. We had so much fun yesterday. Just dinking it around, even 15-yard shots, super fun. So I'm buying that this week. We're going to jump right in to the top three, Rob. Are you ready for the top three?
Yeah, I got the top three this week. My top three is just coming back from Grand Geneva. Got me thinking, what are your top three golf trips you want to take?
My 3-hole is Arcadia Bluffs. I believe Brian Tweed, maybe he quote tweeted it. I just saw a picture at sunset of Arcadia Bluffs, like in the last few days. It looked insane. It almost had like, and I know from that part in Michigan, that far north, you could see some crazy northern lights
at
night, but this was like pre northern lights / like post sunset. It looked insane. I would say number 2, Sand Valley. Obviously you were just there, looked incredible. Obviously Foreplay was just there. So there's been a ton of video content around the Lido and the Mammoth and so forth and so on. It looks insane. It looks like a super tough walk, to be honest. And I don't know how the back is going to.
Lido was not too rough, but like when you got into Sand Valley and Mammoth, you got more of a hilly aspect of it, and we had caddies for Lido, so it was easier. But the 4 caddies for Sand Valley and Mammoth, we had push carts, but it took your breath away. Some of the uphill climbs for sure.
Oh, for sure. I mean, definitely going to be sore after that. And then I would say, although I don't give it a ton of backlash. It worries me. It sickens me, to be honest, to book a trip to Bandon and then get there and the weather just be shit and that would be my luck. So, but I would still probably put Bandon the number 1 hole. How about you?
I'll go Bandon in 3-hole just because of the sheer fact of, you're right. Like, I would hate to plan this trip a year or 2 years in advance, whatever it has to be now, because of everything booking up, and then get there and just feeling helpless with like shitty weather, just be like, what are you going to do? I mean, I know they refund you and everything, but the point to go out there and then not be able to play. And then, but I mean, it does look beautiful, gorgeous. Number 2, I want to do Pinehurst. I want to get out there, enjoy that. That's going to probably have to be a couple of years from now, especially with the U.S. Open there and probably prices and everything. It's just probably going to get a little insane because it's supposed to be there every 5 years now or something like that.
Right. And you got that new.
And then, yeah, right, exactly. And then, but my number 1, like, I am really pumped. Like, I hope we get it. I think would be how you said Arcadia Bluffs, because I think for the summer booking opens up November 1st. So
nice.
But the North and South course, and we've talked to like more at the West Side Championship. We're talking on the green to some of the players, and one of the guys, I think he just did his trip there this summer and said it was just absolutely beautiful. So I'm pumped for Arcadia Bluffs if we can get on there. And then shout out would be I want to do Tullymore too. My boss did it last month, and he said like St. Ives was absolutely gorgeous, a great course. So, and they did it right there too. You just stay on property, everything's right there. You don't have to worry about anything. So I would have to say that.
To be honest, my honorable mention should have been like in my 2-hole, but obviously once we do the list, It's fine.
Yep.
I would say my honorable mention is that course that they played up in Canada, that Bob Does Sports that they played up in Canada.
Oh, okay.
What I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I can't think of the name, but it looked ridiculous. I mean, that's right up my alley. To be honest, I know you're a big Links guy, a big Sand Valley, like Arcadia guy. Give me a course like that in Canada, and I could live up there. So that would be my honorable mention. Speaking of Bandon, say let's put a scenario in play. Say you go out there, right? And the weather's shit. Would you even play in it? Like one of those videos where like I think last week I saw
Sure.
at Pebble and like 70-mile-an-hour wind. Like, I don't even think I would put myself through that.
No, I think it'd be pointless, to be honest with you. Like,
Right.
it's not fun. I don't even like playing in rain now. I don't want to, stuff like that. So I would have to say a hard no with that for sure.
Hard no. Even yesterday, like I said, wind whipping around, I looked at my cousin and I said, listen, man, we're getting too old for this. Let's just pack it. I mean, it got to a point where it's just like, you could tell both of us were cold and like,
sure, miserable. I get it.
Miserable. It sucked.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but
hey, listen, I'm 40 now. I get it. I don't want any part of that.
big 4-0. But until next time, like we said, we'll be Vinceless for at least one more episode. Survey video coming out. A lot going on. Stay tuned. And Rob, we'll see you in the fairway.
See you in the fairway, Tom.
See you, buddy.